Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of the Internet Business Show here on DABA TV. My name is Emeka Eze, and on today's episode of the Internet Business Show, I am going to be talking to or having a gist with a friend, and I mean an ordinary person who's doing something that is quite normal but kind of abnormal for her agenda or something like it. It's only for the people who are strong-hearted, not for the faint-hearted. Something I heard from her just prior to this particular session. This is DABA TV. It's going to be an amazing ride. I'm introducing you to a lady, a strong one at that. But you have to stay with me, and after the short break, I'll bring her to your screens. I'll be right back. You're welcome back from that short break. This is still DABA TV, and I am Emeka Eze. Before we went on that short break, I said I was going to bring to your screens a lady who is strong in her own way, popularly known as a lady mechanic. Are you on Instagram? Okay, take a break. Just go to Instagram, hit the search bar and type lady mechanic. You're going to see the face of a beautiful lady, really looking fine. But of course, like her name says, she is a lady mechanic. Don't worry. Don't go through the Instagram stress. She's here with me in the studio, and we're going to be having an interesting time with her. Her name is Ajayi Oluwatosin, but she prefers to be called Lady Mechanic. Is that correct?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
It's very good to have you here at DABA Studios.
It's my pleasure.
By the way, you look great.
Thank you.
You also don't look like a mechanic.
Oh, wow.
So should we start by asking you if you really are a mechanic?
I am a mechanic.
You are a mechanic. Rough question. How long have you been doing this mechanic job?
Since 2014.
2014. So let's do quick math. 2014 to 2020 is 6 years. And then this is 2022. We're looking at 8 years of being a mechanic.
Yes, sir.
So you can fix my car.
Definitely.
Interesting. So let's meet you. Let's hear from you first. Who is Ajayi Oluwatosin and who is Lady Mechanic?
I am Ajayi Oluwatosin Margaret, popularly known as Lady Mechanic.
Yes.
I am an automobile technician, and yeah.
That's apparently it. Now, I think I like that straight and very brief response. An automobile technician. But for local people like us, just mechanic is fine.
Yeah, mechanic is fine.
Okay, now that's nice. Now, while we were having a conversation before now, we talked about how you stumbled into this. And one of the things you mentioned to me was that you actually studied this in school.
Yes,
Where did you graduate from?
Ekiti State University.
And you studied?
Mechanical engineering.
Give me a picture of what your class looks like when you were in school.
Yeah, my class was a class of 68.
Okay.
And of 2 ladies. I am the second lady in my department.
Full time?
Yeah.
And for 4 years of your...
5
years. Sorry, it's an engineering course, of course. Nigerians do 5 years. Or 5 years of your course, time in school, you would always come to class alongside 66 other guys.
Yeah.
Am I sure I'm not sitting with a guy? All right, now that's nice. So you and another lady in your class, and you ended up doing the mechanic thing. Did this start when you gained admission into school?
No, it started before EXU.
Okay, tell me about it. How did you delve into this?
Okay, in my family, my parents loved and work together with education. Okay. My mom is an educationist.
Great.
She always wants a standard education for her children, but all the same, you need to have a good handwork, or else they will disown you.
Oh. All right.
So then when I got to SS1, they asked which handwork I would like to learn. And I said mechanic. I've had this passion for automobile right from time. So when they asked, it didn't take time. They said they are going to be giving us like a week to go think of what handwork would like. I just said, no, I'm not thinking. I want to be a mechanic. My mom said, you have started again. She said, go and think about it. I said, all right. After the week, I said, it's still mechanic. So she decided to take me to an hairdressing salon.
Okay, maybe you change your mind.
Yeah. I frustrated my boss.
How long, sorry to cut you, how long did you stay in the hairdressing salon? How long did you stay there?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. So 2 weeks is enough for you to frustrate somebody?
In fact, under that 2 weeks, she called for my mom twice.
Okay.
And the 3rd time, she asked me not to come again.
Great.
So during my secondary school days, I spent the weekdays with my aunt, then the weekends with my parents. So it was my aunt that decided to take me to an automobile workshop.
Okay.
When she saw that, I was not going to take any other course.
All right. Now, prior to seeing you physically, I've been wanting to come on. I met you for the first time online. We got talking, and then we arranged to have this meeting. And then a lot of things was going through my mind when I was seeing your profile on the internet. And I said, the internet is the internet. I need to see her in person. And then when you came in person, I think I said it. You don't look like a mechanic. Let me tell you something. A short story, very short and straightforward. When I was very young, I started driving actually at about, I think sometime around 2009, right? And then my greatest dread then was going to the mechanic workshop. It's not fun. I'm always seated somewhere and mechanics would want you to do some stuff, you know, and bring that thing, that kind of thing. I was a young man, you know, it was a dread. Now imagine people who work there. I see those guys. I see them do stuff that are kind of like bigger than them. I talk about the things they lift, the kind of tools they work with, you know. Imagine pulling an entire engine of a vehicle and then you need 8 or 7 guys to like put them hands together to do that. By the time you decided to become a mechanic, didn't that idea dread you? Because if I was going to do that, if that's the only job to pick in this world, maybe I will learn to talk about being a mechanic. Because I mean, that's what I know how to do best. Didn't you have that fear in you? I mean, why did you just pick it up without considering all those?
Actually, before I was registered,
yeah,
I felt the passion overclouded me. So I didn't even look at what might be my likely challenges. But when I got there, I had a lot of bully, a lot of challenges, but they kept me going because the more the challenges, the more my love for the job.
Beautiful. Sorry, let me go back a little bit from the story from the start where you talked about your parents balancing skill and education, right? So if you are a fan of DABA TV or you follow Digital Abundance, you know that we always preach skills. This is the skills economy and no longer the jobs economy. I mean, you're a university graduate now.
Yes.
You have a job from your skill, right? So I would encourage you out there, if you're watching this, you can pick something from the standards that lady mechanics parents have set. Always go by a skill alongside your education. And the one-stop place you can actually get that, one-stop shop for that is www.daba.school. That's where we get to learn a lot of digital skills. You don't necessarily have to be a mechanic, but if you're one, you can be this beautiful. So go to daba.school. You can get courses like affiliate marketing, trade and make money. There's UI UX design, there's graphic design, there's cake baking, there's video editing, there's YouTube monetization, WhatsApp monetization, and a whole lot of them. Get a skill, get education, and then you have a midlife. Now let's come back to you. Your story actually interests me because there are not too many ladies who are in the mechanic workshop. The other lady I saw doing something related to what you're doing, I mean, I don't know, there could be another one. It's somewhere in the north, somewhere in Kano State. The lady, she's quite young, way younger than you. But then I want to ask, is this job a lucrative one?
Yes.
It's a lucrative one. On a scale of 1 to 10, how lucrative?
10.
10?
No doubt.
Okay, date a mechanic lady today. Interested.
Yes.
So apparently you make a lot of money doing this job. So how? Come on. How lucrative? You said 10. Would you say that you've gotten to that part in this job where you can make the whole 10 out of how lucrative this job is?
Out of how lucrative my job is, I can make 7 to 8%.
7 to 8%. That takes me to the next question. Interesting. Now the next question is this. I know if I have a faulty car and I hit a mechanic workshop, and if it's an electronic problem, they'll say, go and meet an electrician or a rewire. Mostly in Ibadan, where I had spent a good number of years, they say, Ajay rewire, something like that, you know. Okay. And then if it's a mechanical problem, there's someone else that does it. If it's a body problem, they say, go and meet panel. You know, there's different aspects of that. Where is your strength in this job?
My strength is in the mechanical and electrical part.
Mechanical and electrical.
Electrical part.
Okay,
yeah.
Interesting. That's to get me lost. It means if I have an electrical problem, say something is wrong with my brain box, and I come to your workshop, and probably my headlamp is not turning on, or something is just wrong somewhere, you could fix it.
Yeah.
I have a mechanical problem. Probably I don't know, maybe my gear and piston, something is wrong with it and all that, or I need to do an alignment and all that. You can do that for me. I don't know, man. I'm just, okay, hold on. I'm the interviewer here. Okay. This is my show. I know nothing about cars, right? So I'm just going to tell you those things I know when I go to the mechanic workshop. I will just go to the workshop and I'll be like, so this car, did you like this? Like, Oga, now the piston, please fix it. I don't know what a piston is. Right. So tell me how you add a touch of both electrical and mechanical. Okay.
Since you don't really know much about my
cars,
job.
This is your job, yeah.
I would educate you a bit.
Wow.
In automobiles, we have the PBCU.
Okay.
That is the powertrain, the body, the chassis, and U for programming and communication.
Right.
Under the powertrain, we have the engine and the ECT. That's the engine and transmission.
Okay.
And the body.
Okay.
Chassis.
All right.
U, information.
Okay.
So under the powertrain, that's the engine and the transmission. Mm-hmm. I can fix 50% faults on transmission.
Around that part, okay.
But the engine, that's my joy.
Oh, that's your strength. That's where you have all the knowledge, the engine. Yes. That's like the heart of the car itself.
Yes.
Great. That's beautiful. This is 8 years of mastering virtually every aspect of cars, the way it works. And now saying that I can 100% handle a car's engine means that I can put my cars in your hands. Yes. And it's safe. With the knowledge you have, you can actually make a stock on vehicle move on the spot. Definitely. If you hit it. I think that's what qualifies you to be good enough to go on the job. Yeah. Well done, lady mechanic.
Thank you.
We're going to go for a short break, and when we get back from this short break, we're going to talk about how the internet has played a role in lady mechanic's career as a mechanic. What's the English one again? The sweet one, the tush one, the posh one?
Automobile technician.
It has a different voice to it. Automobile technician. So let's go on the short break, and when we're back, we're going to get details on how the internet has played a role. Stay with me. I'll be right back.
Guess what? The new and improved DABA app helps you learn courses at the go. Now you can learn with ease, buy a course for a friend, use coupons, refer an N, and make money online. Remember, the future is in your hands. Download the DABA mobile application today.
You're welcome back from that short break. This is still DABA TV. Do not forget to like, subscribe, share, and comments. Do you like what you're watching already? Do you have something to say about a lady mechanic? Drop that in the comment section, and of course we're going to talk about it. So this is the Internet Business Show. I'm still Emeka Eze here with lady mechanic Ajayi Oluwatosin. And before I went on a short break, I said by the time we're back, I'm going to ask you how the internet has played a role in your career as an automobile
technician.
Interesting. So tell me.
The internet has played a very large role. Okay. Yeah. There's a long story I can make short. Okay. Since 2014, I'm not an internet person. Okay. So late last year, a friend of mine saw. I like to make videos on my phone, videos of works, but I don't know how to post them. I do not see it as a big deal posting. So he just had my phone and everything was just mechanic. And he was like, okay, let me see your social media page. I said, what's that? He said, maybe your Instagram page or Facebook. I said, okay. Then I showed him. And I had just like less than 20 posts on your
Instagram. And at that time, how many followers on IG do you have?
Like 300.
300. Okay.
So I was like, what's wrong with you? You're supposed to be posting these work videos and all of that. I said, will you be doing that for me? I cannot handle social media and real life, I beg. So he encouraged me and I'm happy I chose the path. Because late last year, as at January this year, I had less than 500 followers.
As at January this year?
Yes.
When this story about the guy convincing you to get on social media, when did it happen?
It was December last year.
December 2021.
Yes.
Okay.
So
with less than 500 followers?
3 something.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and now I think I have more than 26k followers.
That's very correct.
26.9k followers.
That's very correct. So this is what you're going to do. Tell us your handle. Let's start with your handle. What's your IG handle?
Lady Mechanic _
Lady Mechanic _. So you have that right. So go to Instagram right now, search for Lady Mechanic _, and then you'll see a whooping 26,000 persons following her in about 6 months of the year. That is to show you how interesting the party has chosen is, and it's beyond choosing it is the passion you have put into it. So let me tell you how I stumbled into your account on Instagram. It must be one of that exponential growth you had that must have made Instagram recommend, you know, your profile to me or something like that. So I was scrolling through Reels, and I kept on scrolling, and I would see your post. Okay, she's beautiful. Next. And I'll see your post. Oh, she's a mechanic. Next. And I keep scrolling, and then your post pops up. It's either you are doing some reels with your guys in the workshop, or you're actually doing some real work, or you're slaying on the weekend, or going out. And I'm like, do you know that Instagram, what do I put? Is a reel that trends, and they'll be like, I like a lady that can slay one day, and this the other day.
Oh,
balance, baby. And then I saw balance, and I had to, okay, let me click on this profile.
Okay.
And then upon clicking the profile, I was wowed at what I saw. It's a whole lot of content in there, and it's really interesting. So you can see the strength of the internet in what a lady mechanic is doing. So this question, have you had anybody come to your DMs and approach you and say, okay, I like what you do, can you do this job for me? Apparently, have you got clients through that before?
Yeah, I've got numerous clients
through
within
Instagram.
the short period.
And we're talking about 6 months.
Yes.
Apparently, she's been in this job for 8 years.
Yes.
And then you hit the internet, and in 6 months you've experienced this growth. I'm sure there are times when you open your Instagram and you see like 100+ followers.
Yes.
I mean 30 comments, and you're, oh, wow.
It should be 100
100
100 comments, 100 likes, 100 followers, and I feel 100 is the maximum notification
you can get, and that means it is more
than.
Interesting. You know, it's not very common, and which is why to see a lady doing what you're doing, which is why a lot of persons would jump on it. This is the last question I would like to ask you before we move on to the bonus questions that we get. It's more like a short game, don't worry, you'll be fine. So this question is about the apprenticeship system. Let's talk about it. The apprenticeship system here in Nigeria. Yes, you are educated. Yes, you finished in the university, you studied this thing, and you are also working in the workshop. Even after school, you're still learning some aspects of this job. I want to know, how long have you been doing the apprenticeship in the local setting?
8 years.
8 years, all 8 years. It meant that when you were in school, you were still doing this.
Yes.
So at this point, you are still an apprentice. Do you get paid for being an apprentice? Or how is the payment system done?
Do we want to talk about that?
Okay, interesting. So that passes a message to me that an apprentice is an apprentice, or may not get all that pay at the time. But Lady Mechanic does not directly work from Lagos, and this is Lagos City. So something brought you here. Must that be the lucrative aspect of this business you're talking about?
Do we still want to talk about that?
Yes, I think I want to know. Prior to this conversation, you told me that. So I think it's important if you share this. Making travels, moving from place to place to get gigs done. So what are some of those business or monetary aspects of this job that you would like to share with others?
The apprenticeship scheme in Nigeria is on the average.
Okay.
For a weak artist, like I said, is discouraging. It's only because from where I stay, presently where I am working as an apprentice, presently, I spend like 3,000 naira weekly on transportation alone. Okay. And at the end of the week, my boss gives maybe 1,500 or 1,200.
Okay.
I don't know how he makes the calculation. Maybe he does 300 naira times 6. I don't know how he just comes up.
But it's funny at the end of the week when it
It's
drops.
funny how sometimes I get 1,250. I'll be like, what the fuck? They say it's 1,300. They remove 550 naira for charges. Okay, thank you. Half bread is better than none. So, and apparently I spend more than the tip I get. Yeah. So, sometimes I just come up with, hello sir, I'm sick.
And then you have to take care of those.
And I won't be able to come to the workshop today.
Okay.
So, I get my shit done.
You get your stuff done. Now, interesting. Aside from that, you are also consulting for some brands, some automobile brands, and then, you know, you do cross checks, you do servicing for them, and of course that also pays you.
Yes.
Is that correct? Interesting. Now, why I wanted us to have this conversation, and why what you said is very important, is because, you know, when you were mentioning, you called it tips. That is not the remuneration for the job you're doing. Of course, she's an apprentice. That is what you get for doing what you're doing. But has that discouraged you from learning the trade and doing the job?
That is where passion comes in.
Thank you very much.
You see, it might be anything. It might be a stylist. It might be fashion designing. But I would just advise that youth out there should stick to their passion, not follow the crowd or not do what others do, because along the line they will get discouraged. True. If they are not getting what they expected. But it's only passion that can keep you moving. When you get is a tip of 1,200 at the end of the week, even pure water now is 3 for 15 a day. So passion
has kept you going.
Yes, and I do not regret making my passion my profession.
Thank you very much. That's a beautiful way to close on this episode of the Internet Business Show. You heard that statement. Lady Mechanic does not regret one bit to make her passion her profession. So what are we going to take out there? It's yours. The ball is in your court. Are you passionate about something? Do you want to learn a skill? Start today. Make your passion your profession. And I mean, if you really love what you do, you'd never regret it. This is the point where we move on to the playing the games, asking some bonus questions. These are very easy. Take a deep breath. It's going to be easy. But before we do this, we'll go on a very short break. And when we're right back, we're going to take 5 quick questions for a game. And then we'll close the show finally. Stay with me.
Guess what? The new and improved DABA app helps you learn courses at the go. Now you can learn with ease, buy a course for a friend, use coupons, refer an N, and make money online. Remember, the future is in your hands. Download the DABA mobile application today.
Welcome back. This is the final lap on this week's episode of the Internet Business Show. I am Emeka Eze. This is DABA TV. I've had a swell time with Ajayi Oluwatosin. We've been talking her career in the automobile again.
Automobile world.
Automobile what?
World.
Yeah. Automobile world. No, I like that professional name. It suits me, and I always forget them.
Automobile technician.
I won't forget. Automobile technician. Okay, lady mechanic in the mechanic work and workshop. It's been a swell time. She's told us how she got into the job, how she provoked her hairdresser manager for 2 weeks, how her parents want her to get a skill and also go to school, how she's a graduate among 66 boys and only 1 girlfriend. Was that girl even your friend? Deep breath. I know the answer. Moving on. And how she's been making money off the job. And interestingly, the parts of the job that she really knows how to do well. That's a good lot we have learned about Ajayi Oluwatosin. But on the other hand, we're going to get away from the mechanic workshop, from her education, from her experience and her profession. And we're going to play this part of the show. It's played as a game on this part of the show. So 5 quick questions, right? And they're going to come with very quick responses. You don't have so much time to think, all right? Question number 1. Would you rather be a mother overnight or a wife overnight?
A wife overnight. I love love.
You love love. Interesting. Okay, little secret. Let me go to question number 2. Let's keep that. We'll come back to it. Question number 2. What puts you in your most productive mode?
My mom.
Your mom. Okay, let's assume you're having a not so good day in the workshop. There's a huge job ahead of you and you're thinking, I mean, you don't have all the strength to pull through. And your mom's call comes through to your phone. You get energized again.
I download everything to her.
And you owe everything to her.
Yeah, I get to talk it over.
Wow, interesting. But it's your mom that sent you to the hairdressing workshop. What if she insisted?
Don't mind her.
Mommy, we don't mind you, don't worry, we're fine. All right, number 3. Third question is, what is your perfect idea for a holiday vacation? Yes, what's your perfect idea for a holiday vacation?
You want to take me on a vacation?
Of course. I mean, why would I be asking if I don't want to?
Take me to Maldives.
No, you're not looking at me when you said that. What is your perfect idea for a holiday vacation?
Take me to Maldives.
All right, you get that. So I and Lady Mechanic are headed to Maldives. I'm sorry, her boss.
You are
if
taking
she's
me
not-
to Maldives.
Most definitely. So we're going to share the clips of me and Lady Mechanic in Maldives.
If you don't get it.
What?
If they don't get it, I'll tell
course.
them not to subscribe.
Nah, come on, man. We're going to Maldives. We're going to Maldives, you and I. So she said that her perfect idea for a holiday vacation is, go to Maldives. Why would you say Maldives?
I'm a mechanic. I do this mechanic job Sunday to Sunday.
Okay.
So if I'm
I know Hawaii now.
if I'm going on vacation, I should be on top of the world.
Don't worry. We're going together. Do we have a date?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you Maldives me?
Excuse me?
Okay, next question. So question number 4. If you would, what is one thing in the world that you would want to change? If you have the power to, and you have to just speak and that thing changes, what is one thing in this world you'd love to change?
In this world,
Yes, you love to change. This is the world. Another world.
in the world,
Yes.
I would love to make Nigeria a better place.
Oh, okay. Now she has niched it down to Nigeria. So what is one thing in Nigeria you will change to make it better? One thing.
I'd like to change everything.
No, one. Pick one.
Our system.
Our system. Interesting. Now, if we start going back into that system, it's going to be a longer conversation. We're going to have this conversation behind the camera. You tell me
Okay.
about that system. All right. So number 5 and the last question we're asking is, what is the most embarrassing moment of your adult life?
Of my adult life.
That depends on when you start considering yourself an adult. Are you an adult yet?
Am I?
Remember, adulthood is a scam. So if you have started feeling that scam, then it means that you're an
It's
adult.
really scam.
Okay, fine. Then she's an adult. So what's the most embarrassing moment of your adult life?
It's pertaining to my job.
Your job.
Yeah.
Do something well.
The day I wanted to sleep under a car, and this place didn't allow.
Okay. Okay, you were supposed to go under a car to fix something.
Normally, I would go even without putting a jack,
Yeah.
without lifting it.
Yeah.
So at the point when I couldn't do that anymore,
The boys had to jack it up.
and the customers were looking at me, they wanted to see what I want to do. God.
So are we going to say that that's part of the challenges you face doing the job? Is
Yeah,
that a
but there are
challenge?
solutions to it now.
Apparently you'd be more comfortable working on SUVs. Okay, interesting. So, Lady Mechanic, we can't end this show without, telling you to tell us how you can be reached, how you can be contacted. I probably may have a car to fix, or, where can I reach you, and how can we get to do business with you?
If you want to reach me, you can reach me on my Instagram handle, Lady Mechanic _ or WhatsApp,
Okay.
08055996948.
All right,
That's my WhatsApp number.
great, interesting. The number will pop on the screens, and of course, you can contact her, Lady Mechanic _ 080 that she just called. It's on the screen, and then you can get to talk to her. And do not forget, I've got commissions. Do we have a deal? Do we
Learn
have a
first.
deal?
Learn first.
I've got commissions for the persons that are going to.
What do you
come
know
in.
about mechanic?
Wait, it's not me that is doing the job. Wait. Is the,
You don't know anything about
this
the
is
job, you
called
want to be
affiliate
getting-
marketing.
All
You see,
right.
do I have my
I'll charge
commission?
100K and I'll tell you I charge 10K. Since you don't know the worth of the job,
Hold on.
then I'll give you your percentage.
What's the
I think
percentage?
that's
What's
good.
my percentage in the whole stuff? Is it up to 20%?
I'll give you 20%.
20%.
At least it's the amount I
And you
tell
say
you I
it's
charge.
10K. And you say it's 10K, right? And the 10K is 20% is 2K.
And now,
Is the money from that commission we'll take to Maldives. So anytime the money is complete, that's when we are going to Maldives.
No.
So we'll have a deal.
no.
So I think we're done with the show. Camera lights, we can cut now. We're done. Show's over. Thank you for coming, Lady Mechanic. Your Maldives trip is dependent on you right now.
Really.
Thank you for coming to DABA TV. We love you. It's a swell time with you, and we hope to have you around some other time. Okay, now you can cut. Let me do the rest of the talking behind camera. It was actually a nice time with you. It was a nice time with you, really. I think I had fun talking.
Discover amazing entrepreneurs with successful businesses and creating impacts on the Business Leader of the Week show every Saturday. The internet is not just a web, it is also an estate. Catch the exciting stories of people making money on the internet live on the Internet Business Show every Friday. Enjoy exciting and educating talks on tech and its future on Tech Gist every Wednesday. Enjoy global and local news in different languages on Tech News every Tuesday. Discover entrepreneurs making impacts and changing lives on the Top 5 Entrepreneurs every Thursday. Catch all of these exciting shows live on DABA TV.